heroes, but I'll just go first for the level up, the artifacts, and equipment. When I first started, I was using a strategy that if you have one of your heroes leveled 10 levels over the other, you can have an easier pushing in AFK levels. This is because you can pretty much use one hero as a carry with 10 levels above the rest. So if your damage dealer is, for instance, Smokey or Odie, you can set him in the first position and he will deal way more damage than the average level. So you will push farther. But this season, what I'm trying to do is just go for same level everywhere, and this has a reason. So if you see in Supreme Arena, sorry, in Supreme, you can see here that your level is going to be calculated based on your baseline level, and this baseline is going to be the average of your heroes, like sorry, not the average, the lowest of your heroes. So if you use the trick that I mentioned of having one hero at maybe 741, but the lowest is 721, my baseline would be 721. So I had to make this change in this account to try and have a better positioning in Supreme. I haven't done the formation, so I will just make it as part of this video as well. Next thing is important here. When you start increasing levels of your heroes, you can see that whenever you increase one level, it will show you the increase in the stats, right? So for levels from 1 to 10, the increase is pretty much linear. You get the same bonus if you increase 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever levels. But from 10 to 11, so the first level, you get like 3 times the bonus. From, let's say, 30 to 31, you get 3 times the bonus. And that's also because when you try to increase those levels, you will not only use experience books, you will also use dust, like season dust or whatever. So it's better to try and have your heroes at the last number as a 1 than all your heroes in the 0. This is in case you are not doing this with the level up all. In case you're doing them one by one, try to, if you're going to go to the next level, like for instance you're going to go for 740, try to go for 741 in each of them, so you get additional stats on them. That's, I think that's important there. Besides that, equipment wise, some people ask me sorry, how to just get the best equipment for your heroes and how to level it. So there's a guide that you can check on I think is AFK Analytica or something, where they tell you that each of your heroes will use these items and which item is more important for them. For instance, if you go through here and you select marksman, I remember that the most important item here was the weapon, and it goes like from here to the right in order of importance. But if you go through maybe tank, kind of the most important ones were the ones on the right and then through the left. So if you check that guide, I mean, that will tell you the order you can choose to upgrade. At some point when you don't have enough resources, it kind of matters what you increase first, because if you just use your resources every single level, you will end up with no resources. So my advice here, what I do at least, is if you see I am 730 now. So my equipment, the level that I did the last update for everything, it's 720. So I try to save at least every 20 levels to do an update. So for instance, now I have these 2 that I opened from some packs, and they are above 720. But if I wanted to update here, it would cost me 31 pieces per each. And I mean, I still have enough, but the point is, at some point when you don't have enough resources here, you can save in this way, because if you do this for 31 and the next one, you're going to pretty much lose this currency, because when you sell, when you recycle an item from this level, you only get 18. Well, 6, sorry, because I sold 3. You get 18. So let me show again. You get 6 out of 31. So you lose 25 if you keep increasing each level. So by the time you end up at 80, sorry, 800 is the highest level, you may not have enough currency to make the full upgrades of your items. So my advice is, first go for marksman, second probably tanks, third supports, and then the rest, it's depending if you need them or not. In my case, I will stop increasing because I just do that for show now, but I will wait for 740 to do the full increase on all my equipment, right? For now, I'll just leave it like that. After 800, every single time you get an item, it will become gold. So you don't have to worry much when you are near 800. You can just start increasing everything. Those increases help you clear AFK levels easily. So if, for instance, your team is dying like super often, you can just increase this one, because if you see, it changes a little bit the stats of your tanks, and this may be just the boost that you need to clear 1 or 2 levels, because this adds up, right? It's not just this one, but all the levels that are here increasing. After equipment, you have artifacts. For artifacts, you have different currencies. These shards are the ones used for level over 20, I think. And for new artifacts, you use currencies from 0 to 10, it's gold. From 10 to 20, it's the same currency. 10 to 15, I think it's a different currency. 15 to 20 is a different. And now we're using this one for Oblivion shards, I think they're called, for 20 above. My suggestion, if you don't have enough here because you don't have your towers pushed super high, you can prioritize artifacts. This one, Harmonic, is one of the most important. Blade Summon is also important. Surging, Frostfall. Some people use Overcharge, not many people use that. And finally, Storm Strike. These are the most important ones. You can leave Snowman, Vanishing, and Sanctum. These aren't so used either in AFK pushing nor Supreme Arena, so you can prioritize in the others. And once we have covered that, this section is new. You can add formations that you can use everywhere. Like if you start doing some AFK pushing, you can add formations here. You can have single teams, double teams, triple teams, and 5 teams. I'm not sure if this is going to be used for Clash Friends. You can use ID to add, or you can do manual. You can share this with your guild, so that's important.